I'm going to get started. All right, so I'm going to be talking about Sysinternals for blue teams. All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Tenchi. I hope you guys know me. I'm the head of research at RITSec. I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm doing BS in CSEC with a minor in math. I'm the team contagion captain. As always, if you want to participate in any CTFs, please let me know. And also come to Contagion bi-weekly Wednesdays. So our next meeting is going to be October 6th, post-IRSec. And I'm a big Windows guy, even though people make fun of me for using Mac. I really like doing Windows stuff and Windows research. I'm also a retired blue teamer. And so this talk is mainly to kind of give you blue teamers some tips on how to kind of threat hunt and navigate through Windows. Yeah. Okay, so first we're going to start off with what is Sysinternals. So Sysinternals is a utility that helps you manage, troubleshoot, and diagnose your Windows systems and applications. So this is created by two people, Mark Rusinovich and I forget the other guy's name. But yeah, so basically what Microsoft did was they basically said, hey, look, we like your tools. We want to buy it from you. And so they did, and they also got a job. So yeah, maybe if you write a cool tool for Microsoft or Windows, you might get a job offer. And it really just provides an alternative and extends a lot of functionality for default Windows GUI applications, such as Task Manager, Task Scheduler, System Startup stuff. So we're going to go through 5 things. We're going to go through 5 Sysinternals tools that I think that are most helpful for blue teamers. Before that, we need to learn how to install Sysinternals. So the Sysinternals suite is offered by Microsoft for free to download. So you can go type into Google, download Sysinternals, and then you get sent to this Microsoft website. And then from there, you have 2 options. So you can do Sysinternals Live, where you can download each individual tool from this website. It's in HTTP, by the way. And you can also download the Sysinternals suite, which is an entire zip. It's a zip file containing all the tools. OK, so first, we're going to go over Process Explorer. So Process Explorer Process Explorer is, it shows you information about which handles and DLLs process have been opened or loaded. Okay, I'm going to go over more of this on demo time, but there's 2 sub-windows in Process Explorer. The top window will show all the currently active processes, including the name of their owning accounts, so which account is running the individual process. And the bottom window depends on the mode of the Process Explorer, so it can either display the handles or the DLLs that the process is using. Okay. Next, we have Process Explorer. Oh, that was weird. Okay, Process Explorer shows you information about didn't switch over. There you go. Process Monitor. Process Monitor is an advanced monitoring tool for Windows that shows real-time file system, registry, and process thread activity. It also shows you incoming and outgoing connections as well. It is very robust in that it shows a lot of stuff, so you're going to need to filter a lot of things out in order to kind of just kind of examine of what you're trying to find. Say, for example, if Red Team has a certain executable running on the system and you're trying to find the activity of only that. Or Explorer.exe is accessing that executable, and which registry keys is it changing? What outgoing connections are there from the executable? And it's very explicit in that terms. Next up, auto runs. Auto runs is a very useful in kind of identifying the low-hanging fruit of a lot of red team stuff in blue team competitions. So I've had experience finding a lot of stuff through autoruns, but quick description. Autoruns reports Explorer shell extensions, toolbars, browser helper objects, WinLogon notifications, auto start services, and much more. It just kind of shows you all the stuff that starts up when the system is loaded. So on startup, all of these are running. All of these are running. All right, so think about like the persistence mechanisms of like the run once, the HKLM run once reg key. It'll immediately show you if there's any kind of it'll show you the value of that reg key on startup, on auto runs. Therefore, you can probably find like a reverse shell that's running on startup back to red team infra. Right, it's very useful in that way. Okay, and next up, I want to talk a little bit about Sysmon. So Systems Monitor is a Windows system service and device driver that once installed on the system log it will log activity based on a configuration that you give it. So basically think about it like Windows already has its default event viewer, which is its like log system, right? Sysmon extends that functionality to include a lot more things like network monitoring, what else? WMI commands being executed. Yeah, we're going to take a look at one of the default configurations that Swift on Security has made and go through kind of some of the event IDs from Sysmon that you can set up. And yeah, so this is a little example that let's examine the one before. Okay. So right here, we have an example of Sysmon Log. So event 3 is going to be a network traffic, I believe. Okay, so we can see that there was a network connection that was detected and all the different attributes to it. So we see that it's coming from user Blue Lab at Aberlin. Okay, and it's using TCP, the source IP right here, and even on FQDN right here. So blue server 01, bluelab.dev, and get the port name, destination FQDN as well to Akamai of all things, and coming from HTTPS. So basically just a network connection from website. However, I would like to add that HTTPS traffic from 443 doesn't necessarily mean that it's just web traffic. It could also mean, it's being encrypted through SSL, it's an evasion technique to kind of like encrypt your traffic going to and from your boxes or agents in terms of a C2. Okay, we're going to examine another Sysmon log. So this is event 1 is a process creation. So again, so it's doing it's executing the process that's being executed is search filter host. Search filter host being like the little search bar thing, right? And also the explore.exe search functionality, right? And we can see that it's being executed from system32 with the user NT system. A little bit sus. It's system being the highest privileged account in Windows, one of the highest privileged accounts. Okay, we had a trusted installer and stuff like that. And then process ID, probably important to take a look at. This is kind of giving a sort of medium type of vibes, medium type of risk. It is being run by system auth, but the executable that is running does not necessarily indicate some threat actor on your system. So Sysinternals is great and all, but you don't need to install all of the tools. So the ones that I've listed are the most important in my opinion. There's a lot more tools that are included with the Sysinternals suite. There's 50 plus tools with a lot of different other functionalities with like dealing with registries, registry keys, AD stuff. I don't think necessarily that AD stuff or the reg key stuff is important because you can examine it yourself. And AD, you can use some of the built-in GUI applications that Windows provides, as well as the command line, which I'll go into a little bit later. Also, PS Exec, this is a big, big thing for to watch out as blue teamers. So it's launching interactive command prompts on remote systems and remote enabling tools. It's very powerful. I might do a talk on this a little bit later, but just note, blue teamers, this is very dangerous. If you see this, you're screwed. Just telling you right now, you're kind of screwed. And also, red teamers can use Sysinternals to monitor you. So if you're running, say, for example, Process Explorer, all right, and red team just lists the current processes that being executed on the box, right? And it's like, oh, Process Explorer is being run on your system? Okay, gone, delete. You can't view your stuff anymore. Of course, that's kind of mean, and we're not going to do that. I've had previous experience in like ISTS where I was doing that, and then my Process Explorer like window just got yeeted and just disappeared. The whole entire folder was gone. So I was like, okay. That was back in my day though. Probably that was my third blue team competition back in my freshman year, and yeah, it's a little scary. I'd also like to tell a story of how. Oh, let me go to the next slide actually. Make sure you know how to install Sysinternals. And what I kind of mean by this is know how to install it differently. The ways that I've listed in the third slide, I believe, how you can go to the Microsoft website or live.sysinternals.com. There's no guarantee that you're going to have necessarily a web interface like a browser, so Chrome, Edge, Microsoft, Internet Explorer, of all things, to download from the web page. And you're not necessarily going to have, you're not going to want HTTP on all your Windows boxes, right? Because, okay, so you're on your DC, right? Your domain controller on your LAN box, right? You're not going to want, unless it's a scored service, which it never really is on a domain controller, you don't want to have web access going through your DC, right? And it's not a good idea. It's not a good idea. So make sure you know how to install it differently, meaning that make sure you know multiple different ways, not just through the web, but through maybe command line. I don't want to give too much away. Okay. You can do threat hunting without Sysinternals. So don't rely, although Sysinternals is a great tool and it really extends your ability to search for things and kind of look for things, you can still do it with the default applications provided: Task Manager, Event Viewer, Service Manager, Group Policy, and even just using Explorer.exe. So like just a finder, right? You just straight up just look through the files and look for hidden files, right? Don't rely on your GUI tools either. Make sure you're familiar with the CMD or PowerShell. Make sure you know your command line. What's it called? Command line stuff. Command line programs. Right? No. In PowerShell, it's CMDlets, right? In CMD, it's commands. Let's just call it commands. Make sure you know your commands on both PowerShell and CMD. Okay, before I go to demo time, any questions? Evan.
Isn't it possible to go through the registry in PowerShell? So if you lose access to Regedit, can't you use PowerShell?
Oh, yes. Most definitely. Yes. You can, I don't remember the correct CMDlet for it, but yes, there's definitely a way where you can view your registry keys on. Reg query?
Yeah. Well, also, you can just do CD like HKLM : and
Yes.
navigate that like it's a file system.
Yes. So what Evan said, is there a way, what Evan's question was, which was, can you view your registry keys if the Regedit, the GUI application, has been deleted? And the answer is yes. You can view it through just by CDing to HKLM, HKCU, all the parent hives, right? And also what Danny mentioned was reg query on PowerShell, correct?
Yeah,
or command line. Get. Okay. Yep. Cool. Awesome. Any other questions? Okay. So we're gonna move into demo time for a little bit. Hopefully it works, and my computer, my 2-core 4-thread 2017 MacBook can handle Windows VM.
May the demo gods shine upon you.
Let's try. New share. Okay, let's try. Oh. Uh-oh. Did it crash? Okay, so give me just a moment. There we go. Okay, so let's kind of go over. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Please. Maybe I should close Discord. Okay. So let's visit. Just download Sysinternals. Right. So we can just go. Dark theme's now available? No. It's light theme, bro. I'm joking. Please don't kill me. I cannot be in the peached. So, like I said before, you can just download the whole Sysinternals suite, all right? Sorry, this is my 202 VM as well. I'm using it for both. So yeah, so these are all the tools in Sysinternals, all right? So you have both the 64-bit version and the 32-bit version, right? So again, this kind of reiterating the fact that you do not need to install the suite. It's kind of a bloatware. You know, you're installing two of the same programs sometimes. Okay. A lot of stuff, and it has some like memory analysis stuff. Maybe I might present on that some other time. Okay, and let's take a look at Process Explorer. So this is kind of the Process Explorer window. You've got the running processes right here, and their process trees, right? So SVC host has a bunch of programs that's running under it. Okay, and this is the DLL pane, so which DLLs the processes are importing, right? And this is very useful to just kind of do some, I guess, kind of static analysis. So if it's, for example, let me kind of show which one. Where's the search thing? Microsoft Edge, that'll be probably nice. Can everybody see that okay? Yeah, it should be okay. Should be like iNet. Oh man. Okay, so oh yeah, there you go. So when HTTP, right? This service is going through the web, so this could be indicative of an outgoing connection. Okay, I'm just using Edge as an example. Edge probably won't be running on your Blue Team box. But yeah, you can do some nice analysis. You can also right-click, go to Properties, and you can also look at the strings. Look at the strings of the process. So like right here, instead of doing it from the command line, you can do it straight from the GUI. which is very useful. However, it's just strings. You're not going to be able to see too much because the process itself is actually running right now. Okay, next up, we're going to cover Procmon. Right, sorry, let me just scroll to Procmon. 64-bit, because I'm just cool like that. Okay, so this is the Procmoner. I'm using an alternate version that's kind of a little bit cleaner. It's still the same functionality though. So right here, see, it's very explicit. It's very loud. Okay, so we have explorer.exe, opening a bunch of reg keys, querying the reg keys. It's creating the file. This is probably. Yeah, it's getting the file and it's opening it right here, right? And you can see LSASS is running, getting the DLLs. All right, it's very robust. I'm just gonna go through a quick filter maybe that you want to possibly run. So let's see, filter. Sometimes I like to run this filter of process name is. Let's do explorer.exe, and then let's do an exclusion for that. Now I'm not saying that like this is going to be, oh, damn, sad. Okay, so I'm just going to go without that. You can sometimes add an exclusion, and explorer.exe is not necessarily going to be a helpful exclusion. But just for the sake of finding just a regular, not a Windows executable, like something that's not Windows-based, it might be very useful. Okay. Please come back. Okay, so auto runs, again, it's just going to quickly show you all the startup stuff. Okay, please come back up. Please, there you go. So maybe it might be useful to see if there's a scheduled task running that's shutting down my computer. Maybe that's what's going on. Let's do auto run 64. And yeah, gotta accept the EULA, Okay, so it's gonna display everything right here. So we got, let's take a look at specifically the run once keys. Give me just a sec. Or actually, yeah, task scheduler. Let's kind of analyze this, see what's going on. Doesn't seem to be doing anything. Probably got to take a deeper look at this. But so we got everything right here, the everything tab. It's probably not listing anything from run once because I haven't. Oh, right here, current version run. So it's running OneDrive. There's a key pair in the current version run for OneDrive. Kind of strange. I don't remember installing OneDrive. Kind of sus. But yeah, it's very helpful. Just finding a lot of low-hanging fruit, very useful.
Look for the red.
Yeah, look. Oh yeah, look for the red. Let me open it back up. Okay, so sometimes we might get red. Sometimes you might get yellow. Yellow is kind of sometimes an error that's happening on. There's an error in the value of the key, right? This is also right here. You can also sometimes tell if it's verified, if the signature has been verified. For example, Microsoft Corporation, right? And some of these aren't verified. Very cool. Very cool. Okay, we're gonna move on. Yeah, okay, let's take a look at a quick Sysmon configuration. Who's that? Oh, come on. Go back to Google Chrome. Okay, so this is a default, this is a kind of a robust Sysmon config that's Python security posted on his GitHub repo, in his GitHub. Right, I'm just going to go over it real quick. It's written in XML, right? And so it's very easy to configure, right? So you just write, your conditions. You got to have different things that you want to keep track of. So, right here, Windows error reporting telemetry right here, right? And you can also organize by different groups. So events, so right here, we got network connections being monitored here, so you got different rules. Right, maybe this might be useful in network remote command prompt. And maybe you might want to include that onto your Sysmon config. I don't think IRSec is doing Sysmon as its, no? Yeah? Oh, okay. So this might be really helpful. This might be really helpful. I urge you blue teamers to take a look at it. Not everything on here is going to be relevant, because if we take a look at down here with registry modification, that's kind of helpful. Alternate data streams, Sysmon configuration change, DNS query. Hold on. Okay, so if you do not want to monitor some of these, right? So like monitoring all of these aren't going to be useful, because your box is most likely not going to be thinking of Skype.com, Skype.net, Hotmail.com, hopefully not Bing.com, right? So this is a very good basis to go off of, but not everything should be included on your Sysmon configuration. Okay, and that concludes my demo. Thank you for listening. Any additional questions? All right, thank you.